Social Media Week Lima 2019. I am so excited to see all of you guys here. This is our 7th annual event. I cannot believe we started it in our office with about 20 or so people, and then it kind of grew from there, and we were like, you know what? We need to make it more craveable, right? So what does craveable mean? That's what we're going to break down today, and I'm so excited that all of you are here to talk about this concept of craveable. So are we craveable? How do we know if our brand is craveable? What does it mean? We heard a little bit about the introduction as the video kicked off about we're leaving our audience wanting more, coming back to us, because anybody can bring a customer to them one time, right? But how do you get them coming back to you again and again, building that client loyalty and that repeat referral business, watching your social channels, watching your videos, keeping them coming back? That's the art of being craveable. So last year we had a talk about the human experience, what it takes to stand out amongst a sea of samesies, as we like to call it. Because what you do is not unique. I hate to break it to you. No matter what niche that you have, or niche of a niche of a niche, there's probably someone else that does that thing. But how you do it is what makes the difference that makes all the difference. But last year, who was here for the human experience? Raise your hand. Woo! Yes. We talked about the experience factor and how to stand out based upon the experience that you provide. And we based this off a study that was done by Walker called Customers 2020. And the number one reason somebody's going to choose your brand over another is all based on the experience that they have with you as a company, from start to finish. And we talked about how to create a great human experience. And that's what's going to keep people coming back to you. We also talked about what a customer's wanting from you for a great experience. Speed, ease of use, knowing who you are as a company. And Walker did this study. They based it off of Amazon, Coca-Cola. There was many brands that they researched and found out what customers are really wanting. And they said this is the number one deciding factor if they're going to choose one company or another, and also what keeps them coming back. You can look up the study if you want. It's Walker 2020. But what makes us stand out? That's the difference that makes all the difference. We based it on also that standing out is about what others are telling their friends about you. That it's not just what that you are telling them as the marketer, because people don't trust marketing. We also found out that the number one reason that somebody's going to buy from you is based on recommendations. Where marketing is not trusted, peer recommendations are. In fact, they said that 83% of people will trust peer recommendations. And not just who you know, your neighbors, your friends, but also peers based upon what they're seeing online. Someone else that's looking for a product or service that's similar to theirs. So 83% of people say that they're trusting peer recommendations. So if word of mouth is our number one generator of sales, right? And if finding out about you is all based on recommendations, and brand loyalty is the win experience, then that means the sales funnel as we know it is dead. HubSpot declared the sales funnel dead last year. We've been talking about it for a while because the sales funnel says people come in as a lead, then they become a marketing qualified lead, and then a sales qualified lead, and then they're done. But what happens after that? And why are we only focused on marketing to the new people to bring them in as a lead? We just said that our customers are our marketing. It's what they say about us and what they're telling their friends that makes all the difference, because they are our sales team for us now. The experience that they have with us is what is going to keep our next audience coming into us. So that means the sales funnel is dead. Being craveable means turning your followers then into true fans. Fans that are willing to advocate for you. They will then be your marketing army, turning your clients into advocates for you, because now they are the best generator of new business for you. People you've already won over. They already love you enough that hopefully they're now going to be proud to refer you to others. Because as we mentioned, Craveable means keeping them coming back, not just a one-off client, but them coming back to you, right? Your community into collaborators. What do I mean by community? It's the people like you that align with your brand, that believe what you believe and trying to target the same audience group. That's your community. The community of people that you can work with then to align forces and join teams and to really help educate or entertain your audience, the same audience, to help them learn more about how to solve their pain point or reach their goals. Your team into evangelist. Your team is the best marketing that you can have. Your team that already is working there, they're typically the ones that are user-facing or client-facing or customer-facing, however you want to put it, and they can be the biggest evangelist for your company to drive those leads in. But if this is our sales team, and this is how we're getting our leads, then the funnel concept is dead. Now it looks like this. It's called a flywheel. How many of you have seen a flywheel before? Awesome, I love seeing that. Have you created one for your brands? Hopefully you go back and think about this concept. You can look up flywheel examples. There's Amazon, HubSpot has one, this is ours. We have a little sticker in there that by admission, you should not order stickers at like 2 a.m. or they come out in mini version instead of the big version. So you might want to use your magnifying glass, but you can see our flywheel and this is the example of it. Because we want to turn our followers into fans, our clients into advocates, our team member into evangelists, because what happens from that means we never stop marketing to them, but really just marketing is help, right? We never stop helping them and serving them, because then the more excited they are about our product, it grows outward instead of them dropping down through the sales funnel, right? It grows outward. And as others get excited about you, we become craveable. It simply means caring more for your team, your customers, your community. CARE is an acronym that we have broken down as well in the mini stickers, super mini stickers. But it starts with understanding who you're targeting, who those people are, really getting to know them on a real level, right? In order to build a relationship with them, you have to get to know them. We did a fun thing in our Facebook group, right? So where everybody was doing the live intros. How many of you did a live intro? Woo-woo, thank you. This is how you build relationships. This is how you get to know people. Where's Tara at? Come here, Tara. I found out by your live intro that you were a huge Coca-Cola fan. And for the sake of your marriage, I gave you things that were, yeah, it's kind of heavy. You got it? Yes. All right, it's full of Coca-Cola stuff because you said that you loved Coca-Cola, right? This is awesome. Yeah, it's yours. Yeah. There was a reason we wanted to do those live videos. One, for you guys, because I wanted you to get to know one another and build relationships. That's what this is about. That's what this conference is about. Or else you could have just watched a YouTube video, right? Got the same information. It's about the relationships that are happening before the event takes place, during it now. So hopefully you're sitting with people you don't know that you're going to get to know. And then what happens after it, the conversations that you keep growing and getting to know one another. Finding out those things about Tara that you wouldn't have found out if you just said, hey, my name is Jessica. I work in Now Marketing Group. Would you like some marketing? You know, and found out about her. That's some cool stuff to find out. Then you can delight them, right? All right, I want to play a short video, and then we'll talk about it. This breaks down this concept even more.
I think Lady Gaga is pretty awesome. She's the patron saint of misfits. She stands for inclusion, for all the people who felt weird or outcast or different or misunderstood. She said, I gotcha. She gave them a name, her little monsters. And she is so consistent in her ability to talk about inclusion. She did she was a spokesperson for MAC, and they released a new lipstick. And I thought, and she gave a press conference, and I thought, how is she going to build her message of inclusion into this? And she talked about the fact that she wanted a neutral color, that anyone of any race, of any color, of any gender could wear this neutral color and it would work for them. And I'm like, even lipstick! She's still preaching a message of inclusion. It's wonderful. She stands for something. You don't have to like her music, but you can like what she stands for. In other words, it's bigger than the product, right?
Who knows Simon Sinek? Heard his stuff. Start with why. This is the Start with Why guy. Most popular TEDx talk ever. Something that we believe we have all of our clients watch, we have our team members watch, because it's so important to start with why. But there was something that he said in this video that was even better than that. Your message is bigger than your product. Your message is bigger than your product. He talked about Lady Gaga building this community of little monsters, right? And he said they don't have to like the music, they just like what she stands for. That's where the Start with Why stuff comes in, where people are connecting with you and your message. Mark Schaefer has a great book as well called The Marketing Rebellion. He has some great stories in there about this concept as well. But it's all based on the same undertone, craveable, becoming a craveable brand, focusing on experience and the relationships that come as a part of it. Because your message is bigger than your product. So what is our message, right? In order to do this, it means we're stop counting the likes if we're looking online and start counting the conversation, because that's how we know what our message is. What are people saying? What are they connecting with about us as a brand? What is our message that they're aligning with? What are they saying about it? Another queen, Beyonce. Who's a fan? I'm not gonna do the dance, but who's a fan? Beyonce. Yes. Woo! What is her community called? Beehive. The Beehive. And they will sting and swarm if you mess with Beyonce, okay? You don't mess with the queen. But they also are advocates for her. They follow her everywhere, right? Now, where our brands may not be Queen Beyonce, there are some pretty epic brands out there that have a hive, little monsters, if you will, that still will swarm in and advocate for a brand or take down anyone that comes across them in a bad way. What are some brands that you guys know that have really strong communities around them? Apple, and it doesn't have to be a big one. What'd you say? Oh, I love it. Anyone else have any brands? Nike. Ballavasa, yes, BV. BV. Yes, and she's a queenie too. But speaking of queenies, Agora Pulse, yes. So I was trying to pick a brand that, you know, it's not, like I said, a celebrity, but it's a brand that has an active army of people that are willing to swarm in. I don't know if you guys have seen in our social media group, in the Social Media Week Lima group, where people are asking about what social media tool to use. God love our community manager, Gail. Where is she at? Right here. Woo! She did an awesome job in that group, right? She was amazing. But God bless her heart when she asked this question, and she didn't know. I had to tell her, like, we have some strong Agora Pulse fans. Watch out when you ask this question, because they will swarm in as soon as you ask, what social media management tool should you use? They have a super active community of people that are advocating for them, but why? Why do people become so passionate they make it their personal mission to swarm in to say, you must buy this thing? Mike Alton, right? Yeah, it's the people. Mike Alton. And something genius, though, that they do, that this is the point, okay? I'll give you a quick story on this. The Queenies, why are they in there? Besides, it was a really good picture, and I wanted to show it off. But besides that, we had this thing called the Queenies Retreat, where we were meeting up to talk about women in digital, right? It was just all of us women coming together to talk about women in digital. We talked about us doing this retreat together to inspire other women to connect and to grow relationships, and we were gonna go live. We get this message from Agora Pulse, AKA Mike Alton, that he said, that, hey, you know what? I want to sponsor dinner for you guys. Girls' night out dinner with wine, the whole thing, and we ate good, let me tell you, it was great. But why would they sponsor us when we were all already customers of theirs? There wasn't really anything in it for him. I mean, we were already customers. It wasn't like he was trying to woo us to them. We've already been wooed, right? We were already super fans of theirs. But what they did was genius, and why they did it was genius, because we were already super fans, so they wanted to empower us to do even more. That's the key, focusing on the people that you've already won, that already love you, and just empower them to want to do more, to spread that message, to keep spreading that message. I guarantee you, if you look at Beyonce's account, she is still feeding that beehive. She's not focusing on other people. So find your Beyoncés. Find your clients that love you, your community that already loves you, that's supporting you. I know who mine is, they're in this room. You are people that are supporting me, that are willing to come to this event, to travel, to come to this event and support me. So I want to give you the best damn experience that you can have here, all right? Yes. But what happens on the flip side? This can go both ways.
Now, you should know that all of these Yelp reviews and responses are 100% real. For each of these, I'll be playing the customer, and Aziz will be playing the owner, okay? Here's the first one. Yeah, the character. I stopped in for lunch today for the very first time. Was charged $12 for a chicken parm and a couple of spoonfuls of baked ziti and a small piece of Italian bread on a styrofoam plate along with a bottle of Snapple. The piece of chicken was modest in size. They provide the smallest plastic utensils available. I will not return.
You did not receive only one piece of chicken. I've never been more certain of anything in my life. If you wanted more bread, we would have given you as much bread as you could have shoved down your throat. It's just a deli, not the Olive Garden. Piss off, bro.
What?
Wow.
Wow! Whoa! My bad.
That got heated fast.
Real quick.
So that's what sometimes we would love to tell people that give us a bad review, right? But don't do that, okay? So if people love working with you, they're going to insist that their friends, family, coworkers, everyone do business with you. But on the flip side, there's also some negative Nancys out there, or people that are willing to give you some harsh feedback that maybe we want to accept or don't want to accept. So being craveable does start on the brand level of what can we improve upon. How can we make ourselves a craveable brand? Because sometimes it doesn't just all start with us just inheriting this beehive. Sometimes we have to take a hard look at what can we improve upon and getting our feedback from our customers to be a craveable brand. Social Media Week Lima, yes, this was last year, but how in the heck did we get here? We said this was our 7th annual year. By the way, this was an epic picture. We got to do another one. Brian, do you still have your camera lens? Whoop, whoop, okay. All right, but how did we get here? So we first started, like I said, in our office. This was in 2011. And I went to social media marketing world for the first time. Yes, woo! Social media marketing world. We have some social media examiner team members, I believe, in here. Raise your hand if you are on the team. Woo woo. Yes, thank you. But their event is like the holy mecca of social media conferences, right? I went there their first year, and I was literally amongst the sea of people. And I was like, how in the world do I start building relationships in community with all of these people here? Because I was one amongst thousands. If you're starting out in your brand and you feel like I am one amongst hundreds, thousands, few in my community that offer this solution, you first break it down and start thinking about who can I just make one-off connections with. Just start with one person at a time. and build that community. That's what I did at that event. I started hosting s'mores nights, literally. First, I would make connections, get to know what people did there, and I would start hosting a s'mores night and just invite a few people that I got to know that I felt really good about, that really had a great vibe to them, and I really aligned with their message. They had nothing to sell me. I wasn't trying to sell them. We just wanted to make connection. I knew that they were someone I wanted to have in my circle. So not only did I introduce them to other people, I hosted this s'mores night where I invited them in to have a more intimate conversation and connection. So think about how you can do that with your brand too. Like, how can you start with just one connection at a time and build it from there, introducing people to others that could really help them? Grow this tribe one person at a time, okay? So it started off building in-person community and being known as this person that was a connector. If nothing else, just serve your behinds off. Connect people to others that will help them build a meaningful connection. So I started doing that. When I got inspired then from that event, I came back to my community. I said, my community needs something like this here. We have nothing like this here. So after making those connections, I started learning from them and continuing to read what they were putting out on their blogs, watching their videos, continuing a relationship with them. It didn't stop at that event. Continued staying connected with them, but I didn't reach out to them right away to come to Lima, Ohio, because I just met them. I think that's sometimes where we kill the community, is asking for the sale, if you will, too quickly, right? Let it come naturally. Built relationships with them, and it wasn't until 4 years ago that we even had some speakers start coming in from out of town and building up the conference. We started thinking, how can we be craveable? How can we have someone want to come back? Brian, I think you've been here 4 years. Woo, 4 years in a row, traveling all over, getting to the airport and then driving another 2 hours to get here. To a place that we have like half a Starbucks, basically, right? How do we get them coming back? So we're like, how can we make this a craveable experience? So we thought of some way to stand out with bobbleheads, which now we've been known for. So find that thing that you can do that's your kind of bobblehead, if you will, the way to stand out, no matter what brand you are. It's delight first, deliver, and do it again. If you can look at this picture, I don't know if you can see it really well, this is Monica on our team. She was making the welcome cards and the name badges for all the speakers with their gift bags. She could have easily just quickly wrote it. But instead what she did, she was like, I want this to stand out even more. She took her computer, which I don't think I would encourage writing on the screen like this, like she did, but I was inspired by what she was doing, because she knows that our culture is one of delight. But she flipped her computer over. She designed something in Canva first, flipped her computer over, and started tracing to make it look nicer on their name badges. Taking that little extra time from a name badge that could just be plain to making it stand out, taking that little extra time to take small moments of delight. It doesn't matter that they're probably gonna get this bag, grab out their bobblehead, and forget that they had a bag. She was taking that little extra time to delight, deliver, do it again. Who's an Amazon shopper in here? Yeah. Woo woo, oh yeah. Yes, right? Amazon is amazing at delighting, delivering, doing it again. They reinvented really shopping, in my experience. I've just recently moved into a new home, and all of my boxes have come from Amazon. Do you know they can ship mattresses, people? Like in a little box? This is amazing, right? I started getting all my decor, everything from Amazon, and based it, what do you guys look at before you buy something on Amazon? The reviews, right? But how do these companies, sometimes you just get shipped something and you're like, I don't know if I want to review it or not, because people expect you to deliver what you ordered, right? As soon as you order it online, you expect to get that thing that you paid for. Nothing more, nothing less. You want them to deliver. Your customers want you to deliver. But how can you encourage them then to leave a review, the things that others are looking at, to give that feedback, to build that fan, to encourage that craveability. First, it started with speed, accessibility, ease of use. It's so easy to shop on Amazon, so that's why we do it. We know that they're gonna have what we're looking for, they're gonna deliver it to us in a timely manner, and it's really gonna be a simple process. So if we as companies start looking at, is our process that easy, first of all, to create this great experience, to make it craveable? Is it easy to find what we're looking for? Do we make the sales process easy? Do we deliver exactly what they ordered, but doing it in a way that is delighting them? This is a photo. I'm a crystal collector, for those of you who don't know. I'm a crystal collector. I wanted some good juju in my house, so I ordered some crystals, and I was expecting those four, the clear ones, kind of hard to see, those to be delivered to my house. Nothing more, nothing less. And what was delivered instead was all these crystals plus a handwritten note on a little heart. Are you kidding me? And a necklace to go with it, and an extra crystal. I felt like I had won the jackpot. I don't often take time to review the companies that I've ordered from on Amazon, but you better bet I did for this woman. Because she delivered, she delighted, and then she encouraged me to leave her a review. Deliver, delight, and do it again. That's what keeps people coming back. It is the experience that we're offering them. Experience is a verb. It's how we're making them feel. When I got that, I felt great. I felt like I mattered. I wasn't just one order amongst a sea of samesies. I was someone that was standing out to her. She took time to write a handwritten, no, it wasn't even a printed. You've seen the printed ones, right? Where you just ship that stuff. It was handwritten. She took some time to deliver delight. That made her craveable to me. 60% of the buying cycle's over before someone talks to a representative of your company. I put this in every slide presentation I do, and I'm sure it gets old because you guys have probably heard me say it a million times, but I think it's so important to really understand that as we're thinking about experience, that it starts before you even know that there's an experience happening, before we even know that they're looking for us. So put your eyes and yourself in the body of your customer and imagine what it would be like trying to find you online. Type it in. Go through your full sales process and see, is it easy to do? Where are the elements that maybe our customers are getting hung up? We literally write out our full sales process at Now Marketing Group, and we're always looking to improve it. Because we know that the experience starts before they're even getting to us, right? So if you're writing out your sales process, then just highlight those areas that there may be a little hiccup, where people may be getting stuck, that it's causing them to, take an extra split second to check out someone else. Look at your messaging. Is it easy for people to understand? If we know that we're getting word of mouth as our number one referral, do people know it? Can they articulate what you do? Do they know what you do? Could they say it to someone else clearly? This was a restaurant that I was at Naples, Florida, and I thought this was genius. They said, here's 5 ways to help support us, because they're already in there, you've already bought in, so to speak. We're sitting down, they had like cheeseburgers on donuts, what? Yeah, something you don't want to eat in Florida when you're looking to wear a swimsuit, but it was amazing. But they had articulated their message clearly about not only what they do, but also how you can help. They said, here, tell friends and family about us, rate us, we would love it. Communicate, let us know how we're doing. We want that feedback. We want to build a better experience all the time. Let us know how we're doing. This helps too. Clear messaging, right? And being creative with it. Free Wi-Fi, cold beer. You have to read the fine print in the middle. But it caught our attention, right? Another aspect is attention. How do you get that attention and clearly articulate your message and make it fun, craveable, where people want more? They want to come back to take pictures of that sign. They want to tell others about it. And then they deliver the delight. Now this is a way of delivering delight, literally. It's Sugar Wish. How many of you have received a Sugar Wish from me? Raise your hand if you've received one from me. All right, almost one in every other table. Sugar Wish, and they are here for sampling. They have one of the sides over here, where they have a Sugar Wish box. But if you're not familiar with Sugar Wish, what they do is allow you to send a digital card to someone to say thank you for something that they did. Or for my case, I send it to people that have maybe had me on their podcast or their video series, or new clients I send it to, and I just say thank you. Thank you. I've sent it to team members before, thanking them for things that they've done. And what they get is an email that reads that message and allows them to be literally a kid in a candy store, looking through old nostalgic candy, seeing which ones they want to have delivered to them. So they're having that delight of an experience, but then it gets better. It ships right to their door front with a little red bow personalized to them, creating an epic experience for them. How fun would it be to send a Sugar Wish to someone? Where's Lisa at? Is she in here? Lisa? Woohoo, how are you? I didn't see you when I walked in. What do you think someone's going to do when they get that experience? They're going to share it on social media, right? And that's not the reason we're doing it, granted, but it starts that conversation of people talking about us, right? They're saying, yay, I got this. Sugar Wish is a sponsor of this event, and they're going to provide all of you with a free link to send someone a Sugar Wish. Woo, isn't that awesome? So, on Friday, make sure you open the email from us. We know we gave you a day to recoup from the event. But Friday, you're gonna get an email, because that email is about how did we do? How did the speakers do? It's gonna be a quick survey asking how we did. How can we improve? What was your experience like? And then it's going to include a link for you to send a Sugar Wish to someone else. Think about that. Think about who you want to just surprise and delight. Creating a Tara moment, right? Who do you want to surprise and offer a Sugar Wish? You can personalize it. They're awesome. Because when you create that great experience, this is also my favorite quote by Walt Disney, people want to see you do it again, and next time they want to bring their friends. People are going to talk about that Sugar Wish that they get sent. People are going to talk about those epic experiences that you're offering at your business. And it doesn't matter what your business is. We've done this with a manhole company. They literally cut circles in the ground. It can't get more boring than that. We love them, though. We love them. You can deliver delight no matter what industry you are. You can build a craveable experience. The key is, are we leaving our audience wanting more? And I say audience because it doesn't matter if they're a client of yours or if they're just a fan. They're part of the beehive. Are we leaving people wanting more from us? Wanting to come back to that next video? Wanting to share our social post? Wanting to opt into our Facebook groups, which we're going to hear about tomorrow, and why that's so important? Are they wanting to be part of our community? Are we providing a craveable experience? Our message is bigger than the product that we're selling or the service that we're selling. Are people wanting more of our message? When the mindset shifts from buying to belonging, that's when we know we've hit it. They're belonging, they're part of our tribe, they're part of our beehive. Are we craveable? It's a tough question to ask ourselves as a company. We've realized several things that we can do better at Now Marketing Group. And you're never done. You're always improving upon your process, your plan, what we're doing as a business. But the key is to build a craveable experience. Are we craveable? I want to leave you guys with that today. I want you learning all about Craveable from all the other speakers and what this concept means. I highly, highly, highly encourage you to take notes, make some new connections, soak up all this information, both with what's being shared on the stage and off from the connections that you build here. The Craveable experience is all what you make it. It's something that you can get overflown on, or you can just simply stay complacent. Your decision. My hope for all of us today and tomorrow is that we have this big shift that happens in all of our companies, where we're offering so much delight that people are wanting to come back. They're wanting to support our businesses. And next year, all of you are doubling your income because you are growing all these word-of-mouth referrals. My hope for all of us is that all of us become a craveable brand. I so appreciate all of you. Thank you so, so, so much.